Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are doing well this morning.
Good morning, Judge.
So I
Hi, Judge Morrow. Sorry for the delay.
No worries. Good morning, Ms. Falk. I hope you're well today.
Thank you, Your Honor. I am.
Good, good. Courtroom two, we are ready whenever you all are ready for us.
We can start, Your Honor.
Okay, where would you like to start today?
Breaking up. I'm not
If I was
catching
15,
everything.
Hilliard,
I can
yeah.
keep breaking up. We can go to position 16, Judge.
Okay.
Yeah, York.
And yes, good morning, counsel. I'm not sure if we've worked together. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. Can you pronounce your last name for me, please?
Yes, Judge, this is Attorney Mirsajidin, Mirsajedin. I believe this is my first time before Your Honor. It's good to meet you.
Very good. Nice to meet you also, Mr. Masarjidin. Let's see, and that's Mr. Hilliard that we have with you. What are we doing with Mr. Hilliard today?
Mr. Hilliard is accepting the state's offer and pleading guilty.
Okay, very good. Good morning, Mr. Hilliard. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. You can place your hand down. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on Mr. Hilliard is on count one, the simple assault. 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 22 days. That is from May 22nd, 2025 until today. Balance probated. Stay away from the Gateway Center located at 275 Pryor Street in Atlanta. No further contact with Jarvius Williams. Count two is 12 months concurrent with count one and a $300 fine. We did speak with the victim, Mr. Jarvius Williams, in this case. He states he does agree with the plea. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Thank you. Counsel,
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense so stipulates.
anything further?
Nothing further from defense.
Mr. Hilliard, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0028883C, you wish to plead guilty to simple assault and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hilliard, Mr. Misogynin. Does your client require any assistance with housing? If so, I'm happy to have a social worker visit with him.
Yes, Judge, he would request social worker.
Okay, so let's have a social worker visit with him. I noticed that he was at Gateway to see if we can locate him some type of alternative housing. And see the $300 fine. Would it be helpful for your client to have community service instead of having to pay the fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so I will convert the $300 fine to 30 hours of community service, Mr. Hilliard. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Next, we should have position 21, McSear. Right here.
And what are we doing with Mr. McSear this morning?
Mr. McSear has agreed to accept the state's offer for a guilty plea.
Very good. Good morning, Mr. McSear. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Falk,
Yes, Your Honor. And this is position number
21.
21. Thank you. The state's recommendation is on giving false information, 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days from May 28th, 2025 to today, balance probated, 40 hours of community service, no driving without a valid license, tag, and registration. Count 2, the speeding will be 12 months concurrent with count 1 and a $250 fine. Count 3, the driving while license suspended will be 12 months concurrent with count 1 and a $500 fine. And the driving while expired or no license plate decal, count 4, will be 12 months concurrent with count 1 with a $135 fine. So that will be a total fine amount of $885. And 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days with 40 hours community service and no driving without valid license, tag, or registration. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Mr. Misogynin.
Thank you, Judge. Defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was, and Mr. McSear will accept the state's offer.
Mr. McSear, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003032J, you wish to plead guilty to giving false information to law enforcement, speeding, driving while your license was suspended or revoked, and expired or no license plate or decal. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. McSear. When you complete the terms, when you complete the community service and pay the fine, I'll have the probation terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you're not going to be on probation and won't have to pay those fees, okay? Very good. Good luck to you, sir.
Next is position 33.
Go with Mr. Richardson this morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Richardson.
Mr. Richardson, has, agreed to accept the state's offer, and plead guilty to that.
Very good. Mr. Richardson, if you will raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, sir. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. As for Mr. Richardson, the state's recommendation on that case is going to be on the family violence battery, 12 months or 60 days, credit for time served, 21 days. That is going to be from May 16th of 2025 until today. And I do have an amendment on that. I think the time to serve on that is actually going to be 28 days. Let me just take a moment to check that so we have that right on his form. That is correct. So it would be 60 days credit for time served, 28 days. Balance probated, FVIP, ADET, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Tricia Williams. Count 2 is 12 months concurrent with count 1, and count 3 will merge with count 1. We would at this time like to sound for Ms. Tricia Williams, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
If Ms. Williams is on the line, wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity.
Sir.
No, doesn't appear that she's with us this morning. Yes, counsel, whenever you're ready. And you're muted there in courtroom too, so.
Mr. Richardson wishes to speak, on his own behalf, to the court.
Sir. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Richardson.
There is an issue.
So, Mr. Richardson, let me just say that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I'm happy to have you speak with your counsel there regarding that issue to see if you can resolve it. Might be best if you try to do it with him as opposed to speaking with the court this morning.
No, I understand that, Your Honor. It's not that. It's that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't lie that this is not me.
You are not being pretty much.
This is not me, sir. Can you put, my name is Orion Richardson, sir. Can you pull me up in the system, Judge Moreau, Your Honor? My name is Orion Richardson. I've been locked up 9 months, sir. And my case is still not indicted. It has exceeded, from my understanding, the statute of limitations, Your Honor. With my name is Orion Richardson, 725.
Okay. So, Mr. Richardson, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, it sounds like hold on, listen to me. Sounds like you're talking about another case because, if you're talking an indictment, that's for the DA's office.
Yeah, I'm not indicted. I need.
Okay, I understand that, but we don't deal in indictments in this court. So I'm gonna have your counsel there try to clear it up, and I'll put you on another SAP calendar. Given that this is not a time served case, Mr. Marsargan, and I know. Listen to me, sir. Listen, hold on. Listen to me. Listen to me. We're gonna try to clear it up for you. Okay. I have a calendar on Tuesday. So I'm happy to put you on my Tuesday calendar so that we can try to get this cleared up for you, okay?
So I will do a count on Tuesday, Your Honor.
Ms. Falk, is there an objection to that?
No. There's not an objection to that, Your Honor. I'm looking at the mugshot for D'Anthony Richardson. This gentleman does not look like him. I did run Orion Richardson.
Yes.
That gentleman looks like the gentleman I'm looking at here on the Zoom. If Your Honor will just indulge and look at the jail screen, it does look like that gentleman. I will say that gentleman does not have family violence battery charges. He does have felony charges for fleeing and eluding, theft by receiving stolen property, reckless driving, willful obstruction, and driving hit and run. in the DA's office, and it shows he's been in jail since November of 2024.
And not indicted. Correct?
That is correct, sir, but that would mean you're not before our court at all on anything.
But this is,
So that's, I guess, Your Honor, I am objecting to bringing him back on Tuesday because it doesn't appear he's actually got any charges with us.
Okay, well, very good. Thank you, Ms. Falk. So, Mr. Richardson, I guess you'll have to clear the other charges up with felony court, but as far, what are we gonna do with these charges, Ms. Falk, as far as Mr. Richardson is concerned?
I don't think we have the right Mr. Richardson. I think we need to go get the right Mr. Richardson.
Okay,
Based on the jail photo, this is not D'Anthony Richardson.
okay.
So I have one question for you, disconnect, Ms. Falk and, Your Honor. Because there is an issue with what's going on with me, and I don't believe in coincidences or chances. I've been trying to get in contact with somebody. It may have been in the DA's office, but can one of you send an email to my judge or to my lawyer, because it has exceeded past my statute of limitations, and I have a motion that's been in the system since February 10th. It's been pending since February 10th, Your Honor. So I really need some help. And like I said, I believe in God, and something this happened for a reason.
Okay, so I'll have your attorney there follow up and see what we can do for you, sir.
Been here a long time.
I understand, sir.
So am I on the calendar or something?
Not on the calendar for today.
No, Ms. Falk said Tuesday.
No, you're not.
No, you won't be on my calendar again, sir, given that this is not you.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Wow, that's what I do. Don't worry.
And Your Honor, if courtroom 2 could actually bring down D'Anthony Richardson, it looks like he is it looks like he's in Cobb County. So if you could reach out, if there's a way courtroom 2 can reach out to Cobb County and have D'Anthony Richardson brought via Zoom or some other way, that would be helpful.
You hear the request, courtroom 2?
Yes, Judge. Usually they send request the date for, so I can ask to transport, but more than likely it probably won't be today, honestly.
Okay, so if we can't get him today, let's place him on next week's calendar.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
Go to position 39.
This is also a negotiated plea. You're muted there, courtroom 2.
Yes, Judge, I've spoken with Mr. Smith, and he's agreed to accept the state's offer. This will be a negotiated plea.
Very good. Good morning, Mr. Smith. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony? Keep it up for me. Keep it up. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say it again.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, Mr. Smith. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this case is 12 months served, 28 days, credit for time served, 14 days. That is from May 29th, 2025 until today. Balance probated. Stay away from the Sonesta Hotel located at 1132 Techwood Drive. On count 2, the theft by shoplifting, state's recommendation is 12 months served, 28 days, credit for time served, 14 days. Balance probated, an anti-theft course, and 40 hours of community service. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
And the defense so stipulates, and that is our understanding of what the offer was. Mr. Smith does accept.
Very good. Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR, excuse me, 003095J, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? Say it again for me.
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Smith. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Judge, next we can go to positions 31 and 32. On the paper, it says he's represented by Mr. White, but he's telling me he's going pro se.
Mr. White? Mr. White, are you with me? Okay, Tom, are you with me? I need to speak with you before I proceed with Mr. Price's case here. Can we go to someone else until Mr. White can join us, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Position 40, Mr. Spivey.
Also a negotiated plea?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
Very good. Good morning, Mr. Spivey. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You can place your hand down. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Spivey's case, the state's recommendation is going to be on the fare evasion, time served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. That will be from May 27th, 2025 until today. On the obstruction of a law enforcement officer, it will be 12 months concurrent with count 1, a $300 fine. Stay away from all MARTA pursuant to the permanent ban that they issued upon him that was in the police report. Count 3 will merge with count 1. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
And defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was, and Mr. Spivey does accept.
Very good. Mr. Spivey, it's my understanding in case 25 CR 003040E, you wish to plead guilty to fare evasion and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Spivey, when you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees. You have a a permanent ban for MARTA, so you cannot go back to MARTA. If you go back to MARTA, they're gonna arrest you again and you're gonna be right back where you are, and that's going to be in violation of your probation here, so don't go back there. If he needs some assistance with housing, counsel, I'm happy to see if we can get a social worker to visit with him if that's a concern.
Yes, please, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Spivey will have someone visit with you to give you some options for housing. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. White, are you back with us or are you with us?
I am, Judge. I'm not sure what happened, but
Okay, so we were with Mr. Price, whose positions 31 and 32, and he expressed that he was going pro se. Have you had the opportunity to talk with him?
I did speak with him, Judge. He said that he did not want to accept the state's offer, so we were going to issue a waiver. He then wanted to ask me some questions about his address, and I was trying to explain to him that he needed to go to the courthouse once he was released from jail to make sure that they had his address changed. There were some communication difficulties. The line was breaking up. He couldn't understand. There was frustration on both ends, and I think that may be leading to where we are now. So,
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Good morning, Mr. Price. Let's see if you can unmute their courtroom too. You have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We'll offer you the assistance of a public defender this morning if you choose to utilize their service. I understand that there's been some complications this morning, but it's my understanding that you do not wish to plead guilty to these charges and you'd like to proceed with a jury trial in the matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, given that, if you'll go ahead and file that waiver, Mr. White, I'm going to return this case to the division judge, Mr. Price, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Price.
thank you, Ron.
Morning, Judge Morrow. Hope you're doing well.
Yes,
I have
Francois,
position-
and thank you, you as well.
Thank you. I have position number 17, Ms. Lane.
Let me get, Mr. Massageddin, are you with me?
Yes, Judge.
And this is Ms. Lane, 17 and 18. Is this going to be a negotiated plea?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Ms. Lane. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You have to speak up for me.
I do.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down, Ms. Lane. Yes, Ms. Falk.
State's recommendation on Miss Lane's case on the dog at large is 6 months probation, served 22 days, credit for time served 11 days from June 2nd, 2025 until today. Complete the animalcourts.com online course, a $200 fine or 20 hours of community service. The defense will let me know which one she chooses to complete. On count 2, the no Fulton County license tag. The state's recommendation is going to be 6 months probation, concurrent with count 1, a $100 fine or 10 hours of community service. And on position 18, the failure to appear, the state will be entering a null pros upon completion of this plea. We do ask the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
And defense so stipulates, that is our understanding of what the offer was from the state. Ms. Lane does accept the offer and will be pleading guilty this morning. And she does prefer the fine over the community service.
Ms. Lane, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 006860E, you wish to plead guilty to dog at large and no Fulton County license tag. Is that correct? You have to speak up for me. We're not hearing you.
Yes.
Thank you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yeah.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yeah.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Lane. Good luck to you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
Who do we have next?
We can do Scott, Brent Scott, if they're not guilty. Okay. We can go to position 36, Mr. Scott.
And Mr. Scott has a negotiated plea, is that right?
Yeah. No, Judge, this is a not guilty plea.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Scott. Your case will be returned to the division. You don't have to place your hand up, sir. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Your case is going to be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
I have position number 23, Ms. Moody.
Give me a moment. Let me make sure that we're done with Mr. Scott here.
Okay, I'm sorry, Judge.
No, you're fine.
Thank you, Judge. We're ready for
Okay. Ms. Moody, yes, good morning. This is position 23, Ms. Elizabeth Mooney. Good morning, Ms. Mooney. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can place your hand down, ma'am. And this is going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Yes, Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this case is on position 23, the criminal trespass. Time served, that will be 28 days. Credit for time served, 14 days. That will be from October 30th to November 1st of 2023 and June 2nd of 2025 until today. Position number 2, which is, position number 24, which is her failure to appear. The state will be entering a null pros on that case upon the completion of this plea. We ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
And defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the offer was from the court. Ms. Moody will be accepting the state's offer.
Ms. Moody, it's my understanding. 813A, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Moody. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Next is position 47, Mr. Roland Williams.
Also a negotiated plea, is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Roland Williams' case, position 47 on the criminal trespass charge, state's recommendation is 12 months, served 28 days. Credit for time served 14 days. That will be from May 30th till today. No further contact with Jingyu Lee. Stay away from 1750 Shirley Street Southwest in Atlanta, and 40 hours of community service. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
And defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was. Mr. Williams will be accepting the plea here today.
Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003093G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Williams. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't have to report and pay those fees, okay?
Your Honor.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
We have,
I'm sorry. I have position number 37, Sims.
okay.
And this should be a negotiated plea, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Yes, good morning, Ms. Sims. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On this criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is, just make sure I have this is Shannon Sims, correct?
I believe so. 37 and 38.
37 and 38. Okay. The state's recommendation is 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served 14 days. That will be from May 28th, 2025, balance probation. Stay away from 4300 Flat Shoals Road, number 1503 in Union City. No further contact with Kwame Dumas, 40 hours of community service, and no firearms. On position number 38, the state's recommendation on the battery is 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served 14 days from May 28th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, no further contact with Tizra Williams. Stay away from 3242 Spanish Trail Southwest in East Point. Count 2, the willful obstruction, will be 12 months concurrent with count 1 and a $300 fine. This is a global recommendation. We did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Kwame Dumas. He stated that he and the defendant are no longer in a relationship. They do not live together or share children. He stated the defendant damaged his car windshield and broke 2 windows in his bedroom. And he stated this is not the first time the defendant has done this and not the first time she has been arrested. He wants no further contact and for her to stay away from his residence. He did state he will not be here on the Zoom, but out of an abundance of caution, I would like to sound for Mr. Kwame Dumas and Ms. Tizra Williams. The state asked the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
Defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was, and Ms. Sims does accept and pleads guilty today.
If Mr. Dumas or Ms. Williams, either of them are on the line and either wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Okay, Ms. Sims, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003088A, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, and in case 25 CR 003089A, you wish to plead guilty to battery and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct? Say it again for me, ma'am.
That's correct.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No,
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
yes,
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
yes,
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
no,
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Sims, when you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, ma'am.
thank you.
Next is, position 1 and 2, Mr. Brown.
Appreciated plea, Mr. White.
That's correct, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Brown. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say it one more time for me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Brown's case, the state's recommendation is going to be the theft by taking, 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 14 days from May 30th, 2025 until today. That will be concurrent with 25 CR 003073. And on that theft by shoplifting, which is position 1, the state's recommendation is 12 months or 60 days, credit for time served 14 days from May 30th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, 40 hours of community service, a $500 fine, stay away from all Target stores. And this is a global recommendation. I will note that this is the defendant's third theft by shoplifting, so anything after this will be a felony conviction. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Thank you. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we just asked, we accept the plea on both cases as negotiated. I did discuss with him that the next shoplifting case could be charged as a felony.
Okay. Mr. Brown, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003073F, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, and in case 25 CR 003074F, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
I'll try to get some cloud. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. Okay, thank you.
Is that a yes or a no? I'm sorry.
No.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Brown. You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes. If you wish.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Brown. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Next, we can go to positions 34 and 35, Mr. Robinson.
Also a negotiated plea, Mr. White.
Yes,
Good morning, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir. I will.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Robinson's case, the state's recommendation is going to be, just find my place really quickly. On the criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days from March 13th to March 15th of 2022, June 12th to June 14th of 2024, and June 4th of 2025 until today. Balance suspended. Stay away from Riverside Road in Roswell. No further contact with Peter Wright. The state will be entering a null process to position 35 upon the acceptance of this plea. The state would like to sound for Mr. Peter Wright, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
Mr. Wright is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea and just ask, accept the plea as negotiated.
Mr. Robinson, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 001358D, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Yes, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Reed, Ms. Kenya Reed there, I'm happy to, Ms. Reed. All right, thank you for taking her off camera. Who do we have next?
Position number 30, Mr. Pitt.
And Mr. Masajanan, what are we doing with Mr. Pitts this morning? Courtroom 2, is Mr. Masajanan with me?
Yes, Judge, my apologies.
No, fine. I understand that you're busy there, but I just wanted to let you know we have Mr. Pitts, position number 30 before us. What are we doing with him this morning?
Mr. Pitts would ask the court to be reset 1 week to the next SAP calendar before your honor, so they can have time to consider the state's offer, since I was not able to confer it to him until just about 2 minutes ago.
It's time to consider the offer. Is that what you're telling me? I'm happy
Yes,
to.
Judge.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll reset. Well, I mean, he wants to stay in custody for another week, and it's a time served plea.
Your Honor, I did let Mr. Pitts know that it was a time served plea, but he stated that he wanted time to consider.
Judge, he has other holds.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. White. All right, we'll reset Mr. Pitts for 1 week. I believe that'll be the 19th. So 6/19.
I'm sorry.
We don't have court on 6/19, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we'll reset him for the following Thursday after that.
Okay, the 26th.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Young. Okay, we'll see you back on 6/26, Mr. Pitts.
All right.
Who do we have next?
Go to position 7, Mr. Corbett.
And this is a non-negotiated plea.
That's correct, Judge. The only issue we have is the community service based on health concerns.
Can he pay a fine instead?
Mr. Corbett, can you pay a fine instead of community service?
How much you talking about for us, an amount of fine? Cause you say it was how much?
I'm sorry, Judge, I don't know if you heard his question. He's asking as to how much he is on a fixed income.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would translate into about $400.
Okay. You'd be able to pay that over time.
Y'all have no problem with, go to that part of it? I would like to, speak with you about, I need to see a neurologist to have a nerve in the problem, I'm not getting no treatment for it. I don't think I'm in too much pain at the moment, but I have no problem with me and him negotiating about the case. I have no
Judge,
problem.
I didn't quite catch most of what he said. If I could just have a couple minutes on the phone with him, we'll
Of
give
course.
that. Okay.
Okay, so we'll have Mr. White give you a call, Mr. Corbett, so you can discuss your concerns with him.
Sorry. This is right down the I think chair right there.
Go this way.
You ready with Davis? Yeah, we can hold up just a minute. She's done.
Judge Morrow, I do have a quick announcement, but I do want to wait till Mr. Cyrus comes back in front of the camera so that way he knows what's going on as well.
Yes, thank you. I'm here.
Okay, for position number 27, Mr. Jalen Owens, he wants to be reset.
Okay, so Mr. Owens, this is a,
No,
was he,
go ahead, I'm sorry, Judge.
no, I'm just saying that this was, on the sheet, it says it was going to be a plea. It looks like it's a time served plea. Does he have anything else holding him?
I'm not sure. He just said he wanted to try to pay for his bond, but I don't know. He didn't.
Okay,
He
so
didn't
I'm happy to,
Mr. Owens does have open felony charges, I believe, that he's being held on, waiting to have preliminary hearing.
okay, so if he wants to be reset, we'll reset him for 2 weeks from today. I believe that was the 26th.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So 6/26. Are we done there at ACDC this morning, or do we have other?
I do have one more, Judge. Position number 25, Miss Felicia Moss, but however, she's supposed to be represented by Miss McLeod, but she's not picking up, so I'm assuming she's doing another court.
Yes,
the
she is. That I think was the case. She sent myself and the litigation manager a request for us to go ahead and try to resolve the case. I think it's a time served plea, which is why she asked for that. Not sure how Your Honor wants to handle that. She is in a trial, especially set trial today.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
No
Thank
problem.
Well, I can't resolve it without her being here, but I can reset this until my calendar on Tuesday, so she doesn't have to stay in for another 2 weeks. So let's,
Is it possible that she can be interviewed by another conflict attorney, or we just have to stick with McLeod?
do we have another conflict attorney with us?
I don't believe there's anybody scheduled for today. We could reach out to Dennis Murphy, maybe, if he's busy too, but I mean, he might be able to step in.
It's worth a shot, especially because if it's a time served plea.
Yes,
Right.
I can definitely call and reach out and see what's going on and then go from there.
Okay, so see if Mr. Murphy can step in. If he can, then I'm happy to handle it today. If not, then I'm happy to put it on my Tuesday calendar. So,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
okay, you're
Your
welcome.
Honor, I do have an announcement on Jeremy Weathersby. The DA's office has accepted this as a felony aggravated assault strangulation. So we are submitting a transfer order on that case.
Okay, so position number 44, Jeremy Weathersby, is a DA transfer.
That is correct. They accepted it this morning and sent me the request for transfer.
Okay, and that's Mr. Massageddon's case, so I'll
Yes,
let him
Judge.
know. Is Mr. Weathersby in the courtroom with you there?
Yes, he's aware.
Okay, okay, he's aware?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure that both of you knew that this is a DA transfer, so he'll get notice of his next hearing date.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, on position 8, Mr. Davis, remember I sent you that MH evaluation? I'm not sure if
Yes.
he was gonna take a plea or is he's gonna do the eval? Position 8.
One
Yes,
second,
good.
Mr. Bartel handled that.
Good morning, Mr. Bartels. Y'all are on mute there in courtroom 2?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you are as well.
Yes, thank you. Good to see you, Judge. I'm handling number 8 on Mr. Davis. That will be a reset. Ms. Williams is talking to him. We're trying to determine whether that'll be sent to, whether it'll be further notice in a waiver or whether it needs to be put on an 11 a.m. calendar. I think we're leaning towards the latter, but we'll have an announcement shortly.
Okay, well, I've already signed a MH order on him. I did that yesterday, I believe.
Okay, Mr.
Is that,
Davis.
isn't that right, Ms. Young? Is that the order that you sent to me?
Yes, sir, I got it from Ms. Kim.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't aware of that, Judge, but I think that would be appropriate. We'll just ask for a reset to the 11 a.m. calendar.
So you want to on another date other than today?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, so 2 weeks, 1 week, well, it'll have to be 2 weeks.
Right. I don't believe we're having
Right.
calendar on Thursday. So we would ask for a 2-week reset to the 11 a.m. calendar.
So that will be 6/26, position number 8, Mr. Davis will be reset for the 11 o'clock calendar. Okay, very good. Thank you.
And Your Honor, who is accepting the orders and the null pros orders and the orders today?
Ms. Young is, I believe, right,
Oh.
Ms. Young?
My apologies, Ms. Young. I've been sending them to the wrong person, so I'll just go ahead and send those to you.
Oh, yeah, Ms. Fox, please send it to me.
Thank you.
Okay, and is this Mr. Corbett?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mr. White, have you had the opportunity to speak with him?
Yes, Your Honor. We are good to go forward with the $400 fine in lieu of the 40 hours of community service. And I'll address a issue briefly after going through all of that.
Ms. Falk, do you have any objection to that?
No, Your Honor, we don't.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Corbett, good morning again. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, Mr. Corbett. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation, and my apologies, let me know what we're switching out on this.
For 40 hours of community service to a $400 fine.
Fine, okay. Got it. 12 months served, 26 days, credit for time served, 13 days. That will be from May 30th of 2025 to today. No further contact with Sylvester Herndon. 12 weeks of anger management and a $400 fine. We Would like to sound at this time for Mr. Sylvester Herndon, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
Mr. Herndon is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. We would just, as I stated before, Mr. Corbett is on a fixed income, disability fixed income. So we would ask that you waive a couple of months of probation fees if possible, and so that he can apply that toward his fine. And he does have some health issues that he says he's not getting treated for at the jail. I told him there was not a whole lot that we could do for him today, but he did want that out there. And so we wanted to get that on the record.
Okay, as soon as I get his paperwork, Mr. White, I'll get it back. And so we can get it, I'll try to make sure that we get it to the jail as soon as possible so that they can start to process him out. So hopefully he will be able to get his medication before too long.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, if nothing further, Mr. Corbett, is my understanding that in case 25 CR 003076Y, you wish to plead guilty to battery, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Corbett. Given your circumstances, I'm going to waive the probation fees so that you won't have that hanging over your head. And when you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Corbett.
Next, we can do position 12 and 13, Mr. Green.
Also a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Green. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Green's case, the state's recommendation is going to be for position 12, theft by shoplifting, 12 months served, 34 days, credit for time served, 17 days. That is going to be from November 19th to November 26th of 2024 and June 4th of 2025 until today. 40 hours of community service, anti-theft course, stay away from the Chevron gas station located at 575 Chapel Road, northwest in Atlanta. On count 2, the willful obstruction, 12 months concurrent with count 1 and a $300 fine. On position number 13, the state will be entering a null pros upon the acceptance of the plea. We do ask that the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea and just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated. We would ask that probation terminate once he completes the requirements.
State has no objection to non-reporting.
Okay. Mr. Green, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 007724E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct? Say it again for me.
Sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Green. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay? All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Green.
Thank you, Judge.
Next, we can do position 46, Mr. Williams.
And Your Honor, this will be a non-negotiated plea for Mr. Lonnie Williams, position 46.
Okay, and what's not negotiated about it?
Your Honor, we would ask for Mr. Williams, all other aspects of the offer to remain the same, but for Mr. Williams to have 28 days to serve with credit for time served of 14 days. And all other aspects remain the same. Mr. Williams is presently a student at South College studying nursing, but he will be able to comply with the requirement to not take a job in the healthcare field, but he does have just about 8 days until the end of this summer semester, and he wants to be able to return back to school and not have it negatively affect his academic career. He stated to me that he has a 3.9 GPA. He's talked with his professors who are going to allow him to make up the work that he's missed, but he does want to try to be out before the end of the semester to comply with that.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Washington. May I get the history, please?
Good morning, yes, Your Honor. There are 3 arrest cycles out of Tennessee from the late 90s, including arrest for fraud and impersonation. There are 6 arrest cycles out of Florida. And that is outside of the 10-year period, including an arrest for scheme to defraud, which resulted in a felony conviction from 2005. In 2001, there was also appears to be a felony conviction for fraud and insufficient checks, and that was out of Florida. In Georgia, there are 21 arrest cycles, the last arrest being from 2022, I believe, out of Henry County, including an aggravated identity fraud, felony conviction, as well as felony convictions for forgery. There was an FTA from 2013 out of Henry County. Also an arrest from 2013, also out of Henry County, for giving a false name that resulted in a misdemeanor conviction. There was an arrest and felony conviction in 2009 for escape out of Gwinnett County. In 2009, out of Douglas County, I'm sorry, there was a felony conviction for financial identity fraud. And there appeared to also be a giving a false name from 2004 that was dead docketed out of Gwinnett County. And other fraudulent charges that are from the 90s out of Georgia. Nothing further.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. Mr. Williams, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Would you give me the facts of this case, Ms. Falk, please?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, officers were called by the Legacy Nursing Care at 460 Auburn Avenue in reference to a suspicious person. They spoke to Miss Chrislyn Stoddard, who works at the HR department. She stated that this defendant recently submitted an application and was at the location who is known for practicing nursing without a license. She stated that she currently looked at the state of Georgia's website nursing imposter list. The defendant's application matched the information of this defendant who was impersonating a valid nursing license out of the Georgia State Board of Nursing. It states that he was an imposter working at St. Joseph's Candler Health System in Savannah, Georgia, and appears to have several different aliases. His earliest employment goes back to 2007, where he was employed as an LPN at the TLC Health and Rehabilitation Center. But he is not a valid nurse and is not a licensed nurse. So the state's concern here is that the defendant has, as you've heard, a number of convictions and charges, all referring to identity fraud, giving false name, just the gamut of fraudulent activity. The reason the state asked for 90 days on this is because this kind of fraudulent activity could get somebody really hurt. This is you trying to be a nurse when you are not licensed to be so. Not only trying to be one, offering yourself up at a legacy nursing care as a licensed nurse to help other people who are going to trust and rely on this defendant who essentially is practicing fraud. And so the state has a real issue with that, and we have some real concerns in regards to what he keeps trying to do. He is known by the state of Georgia and is on their website as an imposter. He keeps trying to do this. In the state's opinion, he's learned absolutely nothing other than to keep trying. And so I feel that 90 days may just hopefully impress upon the defendant how dangerous what he is doing is to others, and that he will discontinue that practice.
Mr. Misogynin?
Thank you, Your Honor. We understand what is there in Mr. Williams' history, as well as the state's argument as to the danger to the community of practicing nursing without a license. However, Mr. Williams, we're not asking to remove the requirement that he not take any job in the healthcare field. He is not going to pursue a degree in nursing. He's not going to be able to work as a healthcare professional in any sort of capacity. Your Honor, we are just asking, he's already served this time that he has until today. He's already receiving punishment in the form of what's going on with interfering with his school, his academic career, and that even after he serves the 90 days, he will still, the 90 days that the state is asking for, if the state is concerned that he will continue going on and doing fraud, the amount of time that he spends in custody is not going to have any bearing on that. It's that he's going to respect the requirement that he not take any job in the healthcare field, which Mr. Williams will absolutely be respecting. So we would respectfully today ask for the court to give Mr. Williams what the defense has asked for as part of the non-negotiated plea, the 28 days with 14 days credit for time served, and all other conditions of the state's original offer to remain the same.
What would have a bearing on him not doing what he apparently has been doing for a long time? I mean, if jail does not deter him, what else is going to deter him? I mean, I don't know of any courses that deters someone from committing fraud. If there is, please let me know, and I'll be happy to consider it. But given his history and the fact that this continues to happen, I believe that the state's offer in this regard is generous, only requesting jail time. Because if there was something else that I could order him to do, I'd be happy to do it, but I don't know what that would be.
Jordan, can I speak?
You have a right to remain silent, Mr. Williams. Anything that you say can be used against you. Quite often people think that what they say will have a positive effect on their case, and it has just the opposite. So I'd advise you to have your counsel speak for you. And again, I'd be happy to consider something besides jail time if there was something for me to consider. But I believe that the amount of jail time should be a deterrent if there's nothing else that can be offered to me as far as a sentence goes. And it'd be a whole different story if he didn't have the extensive history of the same type of behavior. So yeah, I will accept the state's offer. That will be my sentence if you all can't suggest something else to me.
Understood. Your Honor, then, Mr. Williams would accept the state's original offer if that is still available to him with the time to.
Right, anything further, Ms. Falk?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
Defense so stipulates.
And Your Honor, just to put the full recommendation on the record is 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served, 14 days from May 29th of 2025 until today. Balance probated, 40 hours of community service, and do not take any job in the healthcare field.
Anything further, counsel?
Not from defense, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003068H, you wish to plead guilty to unlawful practice as a registered professional nurse. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, I'm not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes,
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
yes, Judge.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Judge.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Williams. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Milton at ACDC.
Yes, good morning, Milton. How are you today?
So this is for Ms. Falk, the litigation manager also, and Attorney Massageddon. I just got off the phone with Attorney McLeod. She said that she did speak with Ms. Moss and lengthy. She went over the paperwork. She sent the paperwork to everybody, and that Ms. Moss is taking the plea, and because she was not going to be able to be here in on the Zoom. So, but she did go over everything with Ms. Moss, and she sent in the paperwork.
Right. I completely I do understand that, definitely. The problem is she still has to be, her counsel still has to be present. I don't know if we can just say she doesn't have to have her lawyer present while she takes this plea on the record.
She can waive her lawyer's presence.
Okay. I don't know if she signed the waiver, but let me check.
She could do it here in court.
I don't have an objection to that if she wants to go ahead and waive her attorney's presence.
Either one of the attorneys can do it, because she said that I believe she sent the information to Attorney Massageddon.
I did not receive any such information regarding Ms. Moss.
I have the plea paperwork if you would like to forward it, would like for me to forward it to you.
Yeah, I can take that.
One moment.
Forgive me for interrupting your court, Your Honor.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to find her on my paperwork here. So if
My
we
apologies, Your
get-
Honor. It's position 26.
Okay, and she's pleading to both 25 and 26, is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor. And 25 is a time served plea.
So that's
And the-
time served in 26.
26 is going to release her today.
Okay, and that's
And it's a
that's
balance suspended.
okay. All right, so as long as we can get the waiver of counsel, I'm happy to go forward. Do we have that paperwork that we can get her?
It was, we just forwarded the paperwork to the PD who's in the courtroom. The waiver of counsel is the last page, but she did not sign. So if she can just sign that, we can go forward. There's 2 waiver of counsels on both packets, the very last page of both packets. Well, actually, the very last page of the first packet ending in 65C. There's a third page that's a waiver of counsel page, and if she can just go ahead and sign that, we can move forward.
Can she not just orally do that in court on the record?
She can. We also would like her to sign it so we can have it put on in the actual docket. Thank you.
Okay, so if we can get her that paperwork by the end of court to get her to sign, that'll be fine with the court. And let me go ahead and address Ms. Moss. Good morning, Ms. Moss. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We provided you with the assistance of a conflict attorney, Ms. McLeod, who has informed the court that she's unavailable this morning and is, I believe, in trial in another courtroom. It's my understanding that you wish to waive her presence this morning and proceed with this plea. Is that correct? You're gonna have to speak, scooch a little forward for me so I can hear you.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and it's also my understanding that both of these pleas will be time served pleas, and that if nothing further is holding Ms. Moss, that she'll be released as soon as the jail can get that accomplished. Okay.
Correct.
All right, so if you raise your right hand for me, Ms. Moss. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on position 25 is time served, 30 days credit for time served 15 from May 29th, 2025 until today. On the criminal trespass, position 26, the recommendation is 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. That will be from May 29th, 2025 until today. Balance suspended, stay away from Fair Street Market at 1021 Fair Street Southwest in Atlanta. And we would ask a social worker to, actually, we're going to delete that last part about a social worker visit since she is represented by the conflict public defender and they don't have a social worker available. So just the balance suspended is fine on that and stay away from the location.
Okay. Ms. Moss, is that what you understand will be the sentence? Is that what you're agreeing to?
Your Honor.
I'm sorry, say it again. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So Ms. Moss, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003064C, you wish to plead guilty to a freight. And in case 25 CR 003065C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
Represented by Ms. McLeod. Were you happy with what she has done for you?
Yes.
And it's my understanding that you wish to proceed this morning without her presence. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right.
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept the plea as negotiated. You understand, Ms. Moss, that you can't go back to that Fair Street Market on Fair Street. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. And are you in need of any assistance with housing? Do you have a
No.
place do you have a place to stay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, Ms. Moss.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Deputy Francois, I sent the paperwork over to you. If you could just print out the last page of the paperwork and have her sign 2 copies and then email it back. I sent you an email with all the instructions.
Okay, not a problem.
Thank
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Just so I'm clear for Ms. Moss,
You're
the
welcome.
state and Your Honor's not asking for anything on my behalf for her.
No, you're fine. Deputy Francois got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Who do we have next?
Next is position 20.
And who's representing Mr. Lucier?
Representing myself, sir.
Okay. Um, good morning, Mr. Lucier. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Lucier, let's see, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We're providing you with the assistance of a public defender this morning. If you choose to utilize their services, it's my understanding that you choose not to utilize their service and would like to proceed pro se without the advice of counsel today. Is that correct?
The appropriate persona, yes, sir.
Okay, so you've been charged in case 25 CR 003049C with theft by shoplifting. What would you like to do with that charge this morning?
I'm waiting to hear from the prosecution, sir.
Okay. I didn't understand what you said, Mr. Lucier.
Waiting to sidebar with the state to hear if there's a plea bargain on the table.
Oh, you'd like to talk to the state regarding your charge? Is that what you're telling me?
That would be great, sir.
Ms. Falk, he's proceeding pro se. Would
It's
you
fine,
mind?
Your Honor.
Okay, I'll have Ms. Falk speak with you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, would you like me to do the breakout now?
Let's see, do we have anyone else in courtroom 2 that we can take? Then,
Currently,
Looks pretty empty back there.
okay, would you prefer to call?
That's fine. Can you
Okay.
give me the courtroom 2? Can you let me know the number?
yes, 22060, the extension. Do you need the full?
Give me the last 4.
2060.
2060. Thank you. Calling now.
Thank you, Ms. Falk.
Not a
All
problem.
right, so we'll be in recess until Ms. Falk returns.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Ms. Falk. How are you? I'm in jail, man. Thanks for asking. I haven't been informed of the recommendation.
Courtroom 2, can you go ahead and mute? I'm sorry. Thank you. And I'm sorry, attorney, can you give me your name one more time, please?
It's Mirsad.
Mirsad. Mr. Mirsad, the defendant gave you a citation. Is it at all possible you could take a picture of that and text it to me? I can give you, I can put in the chat my cell phone number so you can text it.
I can email it to you from my phone.
That would be perfect.
You have to put your personal number in the Zoom call.
Yeah, that would be perfect. And it was a Google number, so it was fine. I will send you, you have my email address, correct?
Yeah.
If you could just take a picture and send that to me.
I'm doing that right now.
I appreciate that so much.
Thank you for your service, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I believe we're prepared to go back on the record on Mr. Lucier's case.
Okay, where are we with this?
The state has spoken to Mr. Lucier and has informed him of the state's recommendation. He stated he wishes to accept the state's recommendation, but I believe you would need to ask him what his position is at this time.
Okay, so again, Mr. Lucier, you're charged in case 25 CR 003049C with theft by shoplifting. Ms. Falk, will you put the recommendation on the record for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this case is 12 months served, 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. That will be from May 28th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service, and a stay away from the CVS located at 77 Smith Street in Fairburn. The state will agree to go non-reporting upon the completion of the community service and the anti-theft course.
And Mr. Lucier, it's my understanding that's something that you wish to accept?
Yes, sir. Just put it on the record that all fees with probation are going to be waived as well.
That's up to me to decide whether I'm going to waive the fees. Why? Do you have a job, sir?
It's not paying right now, no, sir.
Okay, so you don't have a place,
Don't
you
have
don't
to
have,
pay
you-
right now. We'd
okay,
like the fee to be waived on the course as well, if there's a fee associated with the course.
okay. So I can't waive the fee on the course. I can waive because I don't have that ability to do that. I do have the ability. Say it again?
Is the state willing to waive the fee on the course?
I don't know
This-
if the state has
Cannot-
the,
Right.
yeah, the state doesn't
Thank
have the ability to waive those fees either. I will waive the fees as far as probation goes. I'll have it go to non-reporting, which means that once you complete the 40 hours of community service and the anti-theft class, that you won't have to pay any fees, or you won't have to report.
I appreciate that. It is early termination if possible.
The non-reporting is what the state has recommended.
Will you consider early termination once the terms of the probation are concluded? Terminate the probation?
Do you, is there a history? Let's see, Ms. Washington.
Yes, Your Honor, there is criminal history. There are 5 arrest cycles out of Texas. Four arrest cycles out of New Mexico. There was an FTA in 2020. 7 arrest cycles out of Georgia. The last arrest was May 3rd of this year for theft of services out of Gwinnett County. It's listed on the GCIC as an accusation, so the case is probably still open. There was a theft by taking out of Gwinnett County from 2023 that appeared to be null prize. Also, there was an FTA from 2023 out of Fulton County. There was an additional arrest out of Gwinnett County for theft by shoplifting in 2023 that appeared to be null prize. There was a 2023 arrest in Fulton County for theft of services, giving a false name, willful obstruction. No disposition was listed. And nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Lucier, based on your history, I will go ahead and waive the probation fees while you're on probation, but it'll go to a non-reporting status when you complete the terms of the probation.
Understood.
Okay, is that something that you still wish to accept?
We'll move forward with it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Have we gotten him the paperwork, Ms. Falk, or can we get the paperwork over and have Mr. Misogynin go over it with him?
We can, Your Honor, that I can get that worked up. I'm working on it now.
Okay, so we'll get you the paperwork. Mr. Misogynin, if you don't mind going over that paperwork with him, since you're there in the court with him, the court would appreciate it.
Yes, I will, Judge.
Okay, so we'll be with you. Thank you, Mr. Lucia. And I'm only having the attorney go over the paperwork to make sure that that is properly done, okay? All right, so is there anybody else in courtroom two that we can take while we wait?
Yes, Judge, add on 1 and 2.
And Your Honor, before we proceed with Mr. Thomas's 2 cases before the court today, he was on initially for the SAP calendar on June the 10th before Judge Williams. Attorney Haddad had asked for Mr. Thomas to receive time served. I am not sure what the state exactly had to say to that, but I know that Judge Williams and the state did insist that we have proof of incarceration. The reason asking for time served is that Mr. Thomas has been incarcerated since, I believe, March the 5th in Muskogee County, and then was immediately transferred over here. So he's been in continuous custody since March the 5th. And I do have a PDF proof of incarceration that was obtained by my investigator from Muskogee County that I can send to both Ms. Falk and Your Honor.
Yes.
Falk, were you here on Tuesday, Ms. Falk?
I was, Your Honor. The defense is correct on their contention. We did request that the paperwork be sent to us showing that he had served the time in another county, primarily because the jail is going to require that in order to handle his to give him that credit. And so that's what we requested, and apparently that is the information we have. If he can send that to us, we can go ahead and apply whatever time is required. The court had asked the defense just to send it to myself so that I can take a look at it before we move forward.
And I did just send that over to both Your Honor and the state's attorney.
Okay, so I will just finish up with Mr. Lucian's plea paperwork, and then I'll take a look at that and I'll be ready to move forward, Your Honor.
Okay, so we will be in recess until you return, Ms. Falk.
Thank you.
Just chill. Yeah, just me.
Courtroom 2, if you can unmute.
You're here, turn the camera on.
And camera on, please. Is it possible you could show the paperwork you just emailed me to the deputy and see if that is acceptable for them to give the credit? I'm concerned this will not give him the credit for time served he's seeking.
Let me check with the deputy.
Yeah, so I just wanted maybe the deputy over there to look at it and see if they agree with my assessment or if they believe that will be sufficient.
Would it be easier just to change the amount of time and then make a note on both the police sheet and sentence sheet that did the time?
Well, here is my issue, PD White. It doesn't actually say he did serve any time on the FTA over in Muskogee. It just says he was in jail in Muskogee.
I
And so
I understand, but what I'm saying is you just change the days to serve in the plea to 48 days or whatever, and then you can make a note, that.
Right, PD White. I understand what you're saying. If the state was so inclined, we'd do so. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The sheriff deputy cannot give a definitive answer as to whether they would accept this.
Okay.
They don't know.
So if you would, PD, I would just suggest if you would want to go non-negotiated, that's fine. The state is not inclined to change the jail time. If the judge wants to give this defendant credit for time he did in Muskogee County, that is up to the court.
Give me just one moment to talk with this.
Thank you.
All right, we will proceed with a non-negotiated plea.
Okay, so tell me what the issue is as far as, and I understand that accepting the jail time. Do we have an amount of time that he did in the other county?
We do. Oh, my apologies. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I believe 72 days there in Muskogee County combined with the time here, I think would be a total of 96 days.
And Your Honor has a copy of the paperwork from Muskogee County. The state's issue is it doesn't say anywhere that he was doing that time on the FTA. It just says he was in jail. Now, he was in jail in Muskogee County on other charges, but it doesn't say he was in jail on the FTA on this case, which would give him that credit.
Which is definitely true.
And
Your Honor does have a copy of the paperwork if you would like to just confirm that.
Okay, well, that was, could you send, and I know that, would you send that to my work address, Ms. Falk, please, as opposed to the Fulton County address? Do you have that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. I can send it there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Had it not been for the FTA. I don't know.
Mr. Massageddin, how much time is calculated that the jail can definitely give him credit for? Because you want this to be a time served plea, is that right?
Yes, Judge. So right now, the jail is crediting Mr. Thomas with 24 days. And that's not counting any of the time from Muskogee County.
Thank you, Ms. Falk. I've received it.
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, the reason the state's not budging on jail time is because of his history.
I understand. I figured that. Thank you.
To be clear, we're not asking that that they budge on jail time, just that they give him credit because he was held on the warrant for this. So he's done well more time than the state is asking for.
And if the defense would provide actual proof of that, which we had requested on Tuesday, then the jail would be able to give him that credit for time.
What have we been discussing?
Okay, Mr. White, I'm gonna give him the 48 12 months to serve, 48 days, credit for time served, 24 days, okay? To both of you, all of you. And I think that should handle it, right?
Yes,
Well, except for Ms. Falk, that's satisfactory to everyone else.
yes, Judge.
And Your Honor, I do just want to put the defendant's history on the record as part of the state's objection.
Okay, and I'll just start from the top here since I have yet to address Mr. Thomas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Thomas. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Washington, I saw you there a moment ago. Would you give me Mr. Thomas's history, please?
Yes, there are 10 arrest cycles with multi-state interaction in Maryland. There was an arrest in March of this year for a DUI out of Columbus, Georgia. No disposition was listed. There was an arrest in May of 2023 for a DUI and driving without a valid license out of Tobolk County. No disposition is listed. There was a 2022 arrest for a DUI with Atlanta Municipal Court. I'm not sure the status of that case. There was a 2022 misdemeanor conviction for a DUI and a NOLO plea to driving while license suspended or revoked, and that was out of Tobolk County. In 2022, there appeared to be a separate misdemeanor conviction for a non-fingerprintable charge, and that was reduced from a DUI. There was also a 2010 arrest out of Gwinnett County for a DUI, which appeared to be no prost. Nothing further.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. Yes, Ms. Falk.
And Your Honor, that Atlanta Municipal Court that was bound over, that is this case. And this case happened on September 27th of 2022. The defendant, the victim was driving his vehicle when he was instantly struck by the defendant's vehicle, which made his vehicle roll over due to the impact. When the officer made contact with the defendant, they smelled the odor of alcohol coming from the defendant's person. They also, did an requested FST. The defendant objected to FST, but did agree to do the intoxilizer. His intoxilizer was 1.39 and 1.68. And that was the incident that happened at this point. The reason for the state's recommendation is due to the fact he had one DUI reduced to a non-fingerprintable charge, a conviction for DUI, and then this case, and then subsequent to this case, 2 more cases for DUI. There doesn't seem to be any learning curve here as far as the state's concerned regarding these DUIs. He just continues to do them. And this one ended up in an accident involving another person whose car rolled over. Luckily, that person wasn't seriously or badly hurt, but this needs to stop at some point before someone does get hurt. And so the state's recommendation was count 1 to merge with count 2. Count 2, 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served, 24 days from May 18th, 2025 to today. Balance probated, a $1,500 fine, 480 hours of community service, ADET, DUI risk reduction, 2 victim impact panels, and an interlock device. Count 3 on the suspended license, 90 days, credit for time served, 24 days, concurrent with count 2. And we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for this non-negotiated plea.
And defense so stipulates.
Further counsel?
Defense so stipulates.
Yes, anything further?
No, nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Thomas, it's my understanding that in case 24CR004880J, you wish to plead guilty to driving under the influence of alcohol per se and knowingly driving a motor vehicle on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea. Mr. Thomas, on the DUI, the court sentence will be 12 months to serve, 48 days, credit for time served, 24 days, balance probated, $1,500 fine, 480 hours of community service, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment if necessary, risk reduction, 2 VIP, interlock device. On the second charge, knowingly driving a motor vehicle, 12 months to serve, 48 days, credit for time served, 24 days, concurrent with the DUI charge. I'm going to require that you be on probation for the entire, reporting probation for the entire time. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And Judge, I just want to make a quick note, as further evidence that he did the time on the warrant was the fact that there were no new charges read by pretrial out of Muskogee County. So, I mean,
Okay.
it leads credence to his argument that he was just picked up on the warrant.
Actually, pretrial, do me a favor. Can you read the last arrest that he had?
Yes. So the last arrest was that I have listed here was May 17th of 2025 with Fulton County for an FTA. Prior to that, there was an arrest March 6th of 2025 out of Columbus, Georgia for a DUI.
Right, Columbus, Georgia being in Muskogee County, correct?
Correct.
So he was arrested for DUI in Muskogee County. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you so much.
All right, so let me, I don't see anyone. I know that we still have the one pro se. Positions 9 and 10, Mr. Edwards. What are we doing with Mr. Edwards today? Do we need to bring him down, Mr. White?
He apparently has refused to come to court this morning. I did talk to him yesterday, and he was going to accept a plea. There are some MH issues there, I would guess. He is older, and I'm not sure what they are. I couldn't really get a whole lot out of him, but yeah. So apparently the jail staff today told me that he refused to come to court. So if we could just reset him.
I don't mind resetting, since it is a time served plea, I don't mind resetting him for the Tuesday calendar instead of making him wait for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, is that all right with you, Mr. White?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so what, that's the, I think the 17th.
The 17th, Your Honor.
17th, thank you. So position 9, 6, 17. Position 11, Epps, what are we doing with him today?
Your Honor, I needed to he was in court yesterday, so I wasn't able to speak with him, and I made that note. So I don't know if staff brought him.
Courtroom 2, are we going to see Mr. Epps today?
And Judge, he does have additional holds, so.
So, let's see.
Judge, he's on the court list for downtown, so he should be downtown.
Oh. It is
Okay.
a time served offer, but again, he may be addressing the probation issue that he has, so.
What would you like for me to do with him, Mr. Long?
Judge, if we could, I guess I know we have a huge calendar on the 17th, but I mean, considering it's time served and his probation may get resolved today, the 17th, if we can.
Okay, well, it's just gonna be yourself, myself, and Miss Falk. I take it Miss Falk's gonna be on that calendar as well, so.
I will, Your Honor.
All right, so it's fine with me, if it's fine with everybody else. So 6/17 as well. Position 29, Patterson.
Judge, we can reset him to 6/24. I think we put need to speak on there, but he has extra time.
Okay, we'll reset him until the 24th. And as far as this calendar goes, I think it's the only one left is the pro se case. Let me see if do we have Sean Blackwell or Stephen McGoy on the line? That's from the DV bench warrant case.
Morning, Judge. Judy Kim for Mr. McGoy. Bring
Yes,
my camera on.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Kim.
Hey, Judge. Morning, Judge.
And Mr. McGoy.
Yes.
All right, so let me go ahead and good morning, Mr. McGoy. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the DV bench warrant case this morning. Ms. Falk, I take it that Mr. McGoy missed the court date.
Yes, Your Honor. If you'll just give me a second, I just need to pull up my DV bench warrant calendar. I did not open that with the rest of my documents this morning. That was my fault. But let me see.
While we're holding, Mr. Patterson position 28, the reset recommendation was 6/26 instead of 6/24.
We have two Mr. Pattersons. One is 28, one is 29.
Oh, so 28, okay, you're right, I forget, it's, okay. So 28 is 6/26, thank you.
Okay.
And actually, Your Honor, hold on. Trying to find the correct calendar. I'm having a little bit of difficulties. I don't have a DV bench warrant calendar in the calendars that I was sent on. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I didn't see a DV bench warrant calendar, but let me go down a little further. Can I ask Ms. Young to just forward me the DV bench warrant calendar? That would be a huge help and would save us a little bit of time.
Yes, ma'am, I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to give you the case number if you like, Ms. Falk.
That would be wonderful as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, it is 23 CR 004398F.
Okay, thank you to the court and Ms. Kim for their patience. It looks like this was an inquiry calendar on July 30th of 2024 that Your Honor had. There was an order to then set aside a bench warrant on July 30th of 2024. Then on June 2nd of 2025, the defendant failed to appear before Judge Richardson, and that's what triggered the second bench warrant in this case. And so now the defendant is present from that second bench warrant that was issued.
Okay. Ms. Kim.
Judge, I've filed a change of address. I think that's part of the issues. Then I filed my entry. So I think we will be hopefully ready to resolve this case sooner than later. Unless we have a reasonable offer today.
Why don't we do that? Because I always tell people, and especially since this was my bench warrant that I apparently set aside before, I let people know in great detail, because I'm very generous, I believe, in setting aside bench warrants on the first occasion, or if there's a reason for that. So I know that with my practice, that I let people know that I'll set it aside the first time, and the second time there's going to be a problem. And I can't not go back on that, Ms. Kim, because if I do, then everyone's going to come back before me on a second bench warrant. So what I will do, I'm not going to set this one aside if I've already set one aside, but I will allow you to go into a breakout room with Ms. Falk so that you can discuss the matter to see if we can get it resolved.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Falk, are you willing to do that for me this morning?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so can we, since I just have you both here, can we place Ms. Falk and Ms. Kim into a breakout room, please? And then I'll place you into a room with Mr. McGoy after that, Ms. Kim.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So while that is occurring, I take it that we're still working on the paperwork for position 20.
The paperwork was sent to Mr. Masajudin. So he should have the paperwork for Mr. Lucian to fill out.
Have you gotten that paperwork?
I have not received that paperwork yet.
Okay. My apologies.
I do have it right now.
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. So if you could go ahead and have him fill that out if you can for me, please.
And I'm ready for the breakout with Miss Kim. Thank you.
Court will be in recess.
Your Honor, if you want to, I don't know if Mr. Blackwell is here and we can address his case while Ms. Kim is talking to her client.
Okay, did Sean Blackwell join us? I didn't see anyone else on.
Okay, I just didn't know if he was here and maybe we could address that while we were waiting.
Okay. And I guess as soon as, is Mr. Bartels in courtroom 2? As soon as I complete the DV bench warrant case, I guess we'll do the 11 o'clock competency calendar.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. We can start whenever the court's ready.
Okay, let me finish up with Attorney Kim and see what we're gonna do there. And we still have the one pro se plea to take, so I'll be ready for the competency calendar as soon as we get those two completed.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure you were there, Mr. Bartels. Thank you.
Thanks.
Excuse me, Ms. Falk, is Attorney Kim on the phone with her client?
Yes, she said she was going to be calling her client.
Then come out the breakout. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And maybe while we're waiting, since we do have a minute, Ms. Young, can we go over the calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so why don't we do that so we can get that behind us?
All right, position 1 was a plea. Position 2, a plea. Position 3 and 4 reset for 6/17 SAP. Position 5 and 6 was released. 7 was a plea. 8, 6/26 comp calendar. I'm gonna say 11 a.m. My apologies. Position 9, 6/17. Position 10, 6/17 SAP. Position 11, 6/17 SAP. 12 was a plea. 13 non-prox. 14 jail jury. 15 jail jury. 16 and 17 are pleas. 18 non-prox. 19 transfer to DA. 20 a plea. 21 plea. 22 jail jury. 24 plea. 23 plea. 24 non-prox. 25 plea. 26 plea. 27 reset SAP 6/26. 28 SAP 6/26. 29 SAP 6/24. 30 SAP 6/26. 31 and 32 jail jury. 33 we're still holding. I think they're not gonna get him because that's the gentleman that's in Cobb.
That is, I think we did a reset on that because it was Cobb. We reset it to next week. But it would have to be, and it won't compromise him. Well, if it was just, it will compromise him. Can we reset that to either 6/17 or it would have to go out to 6/24?
Let's do the 24th because the 17th is getting real heavy.
Yes, ma'am.
He does, we're talking about 33, correct?
That is correct.
He has a Superior Court case that he has a plea and arraignment on the 27th. It's also, he's in custody on, so.
Okay. So the
Thank you,
24th.
PDY.
Thank you. Okay. Position 34 plea. 35 non-pros. 36 jail jury. 37 plea. 38 plea. 39 plea. 40 plea. 41 was released. 42 transfer. 43 Washington. Craig Washington. What happened with Craig Washington anyway?
That's going to need to be addressed at the 11 a.m. calendar.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, PD Bartels and I are very familiar with Mr. Washington.
Okay. 44 transfer to DA. 45 released, 46 non-negotiated plea, 47 it was a plea. The add-on calendar, position 1 was a non-negotiated plea, position 2 was non-pros.
Miss Young, did I send you the no pros on position 2?
Let me check right now.
Just want to make sure I didn't forget. I think that was the only one that I may not have sent you. Oh, no, I did. I see it here.
Yes, I have it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. That completes the call of the SAP, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Young. And Mr. Masajian, would you please let court know when Mr. Lucier has completed the paperwork for me, please?
Yes, I will, Judge. I'm working on that right now.
Okay, thank you. We'll be in recess until paperwork is complete or Ms. Kim returns.
Judge, are we going to continue to wait for the other DV bench warrant case?
Well, if he's not with us, the court began at 11 o'clock. It's 11:17. So if he's not with us, the bench warrant will not be set aside. I'm not sure if you have his number, Mr. White. I'm happy to address him if he shows up. But if he doesn't show up.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
PD Masajian?
Yes.
Do you know if Mr. Lucian has finished filling out the paperwork?
I need to go to the back to have him fill it out with me. I don't have Adobe Acrobat, so I couldn't. I had to write up the paperwork myself. Again,
my apologies. I could have sent it in a different format if you needed me to.
It's totally fine. I didn't know that's what it was going to do, but I already have it ready. We're just waiting on a deputy to come back in here so that he can take me back to go over the paperwork with Mr. Lucier.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So while we're waiting, why don't we just go ahead and start the competency calendar if everyone is ready to do that?
We're ready. We can go into a breakout.
Okay,
That will
yes, why
help.
don't we do that? And let's see, Miss Grace,
Yes, sir.
if Miss Kim comes back, just let me know what it is that she wants to do, if there's gonna be a plea or not. If it is gonna be a plea, just have her get the paperwork together If not, then I can address it at that time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate it. So can we all go into a breakout room so that we can start the competency calendar?
Your Honor, I be excused? Don't believe the other bitch warrants in the show.
You don't want to stay around here with me, Mr. White?
I do not. Not you.
Have a good day. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, just to let the court know, Mr. Santano is here in court. He's, I believe, number 12 on the 11 a.m. calendar. That'll be a negotiated plea.
Oh, yes, that is correct. We will need, the, was the,
So
is
can we,
is the court reporter here today?
I mean, if the state wants to upgrade with that.
I don't see a court reporter, but my understanding is it will still be on the record.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know she was here, so we didn't like release her.
so can we just,
Miss Garrison is here.
Oh, okay, great.
Very well, thank you.
So if
So
we
can
can
we
do
just go
that,
ahead?
oh,
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Can we just go ahead and take that? Thank you, Ms. Fogg. I think we're thinking the same. All right, you want to bring Mr. Santano up?
Okay.
You can have a seat, Mr. Santana. Good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is state court all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Do we need to, let's not sound the charges if it's not necessary.
We're aware of the charges and what the allegations are, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Yes, Ms. Fogg.
yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation on count 1 is 12 months served 98 days, credit for time served 49 days from April 25th, 2025 until today. Balance probated SDET, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Deja Mills or Carrie Colby. Stay away from the Beltline and from Chick-fil-A located at 689 Boulevard Northeast in Atlanta. No early termination or non-reporting. Count 2 will be 12 months served, 98 days, credit for time served, 49 days to run concurrent with count 1. And we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
We do so stipulate, Your Honor. Just to clarify, it looks like Odyssey is saying he served 48 days. I've got the booking date as April 26th.
So that is correct, but he was actually arrested, and it shows that on his jail screen that he was arrested the day before. So it should have been, I can adjust if you are concerned that it may not release him within the 24 hours. I'm fine with adjusting that time.
Okay, and my understanding is that the last time I asked, I believe they go by the booking date as opposed
Okay.
to.
So then we'll address that, Your Honor, to 96 days, credit for time served 48 days.
And we will so stipulate to those factors for the purposes of the plea, Your Honor. And we would just ask the court to accept the agreement and also ask the court to consider waiving the first 3 months of probation fees. He understands he will have to do the SDET classes. But other than that, we would ask the court to accept the agreement.
Thank you. Mr. Santano, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002204H, you wish to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor offenses. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, I have.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, they have not.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Santano. I will waive the first 3 months of your probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet, okay? Good. You're welcome. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All
Yeah,
right.
Ms. Grace, if you can place us into a breakout room so that we can do the competency calendar, please.
Yes, sir.
I guess, you have to revisit, yeah, Mr.
Your Honor, and, DC Ms. Falk, Mr. Lucier would like to, address the court just one brief moment before, signing the paperwork.
Okay, where is he?
Thank you, sir. Just wanted to discuss one detail of the probation, if there'd be a deferred adjudication that the state and the judge and the court would entertain.
You're gonna have to explain to me what you mean by deferred adjudication.
So once the terms of probation are completed, the charge would be dismissed.
No,
Yeah.
you're pleading guilty to the theft by shoplifting, so that's gonna be a plea that will be on your record, sir.
Correct. So the plea is still entered as guilty. The deferred adjudication means that it's suspended until the terms of probation would be completed, and then the charge would be dismissed.
I don't believe that that's how it works, but Ms. Falk, do you have any input?
Right, that would be first offender, and I don't believe the
Or
Mr. Lucian would be entitled to use first offender.
pretrial deferment might be another term that they use here.
Right, we are not offering pretrial diversion on this case, Your Honor.
I just wanted to see if that was an option. I appreciate you. I'll go ahead and sign this and get it sent over to y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
You ready, Judge?
Hold on, Ms. Grace. If he's gonna sign it right now, I'd rather go ahead and
Exactly.
get this done. Okay, are we ready, on the plea here?
Yes, we are, Judge. I'm sending this over right now.
Okay, very good. Ms. Falk, anything further? We know that we've discussed this. Anything further before I take the plea?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lucio, you are still under oath. It's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003049C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
Not to my knowledge.
You understand that you have a right to be represented by counsel. It's my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se without the advice of counsel. Is that correct?
Appropriate persona, yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right.
Correct.
You've had the opportunity to go over the plea paperwork.
Correct.
You went over that paperwork line by line.
Correct.
And you signed it at the bottom of the form.
And 2 other spots, yes, sir.
And you're giving this plea freely and voluntarily with full understanding of the charge against you.
Yes, sir.
No one has forced or coerced you to plead guilty.
No, sir.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Lucia. I will waive the probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it will go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Misogyny.
Thank you, Judge, and I believe that concludes my business, if I may be excused.
Yes, have a good rest of your day. See you next time. Okay, so now, Ms. Grace, I believe that we are ready for the breakout room.
Yes, sir.
There's a Sean Blackwell from the DB calendar that's outside of the courtroom. He's saying that he can't log on to Zoom.
Do he have the right Zoom number, Ms. Washington?
I think he does, but he's saying that he can't download the app at all.
Oh,
Like it's something completely wrong with his app, but he's here. So I don't know.
okay. Just tell him to remain in the building till the judge come out of this.
But he's in, well, he thought it was in G33.
Mhm.
So he's just out here in the front. But I'll let him know to just stay here and then
Tell him to come to J150 and ask for Miss Lewis
J150.
and ask for Miss Lewis.
Okay.
Thank
Okay, I
you.
will. Thank you.
Hey, Shelley? Hey, can you check your email? Just
I've
curious.
already responded, Miss Kim.
Okay,
Thank
yeah,
you.
my email's acting up today, so I hope it's not coming out like big fonts. Okay, thanks.
Thanks. And if you don't get it, I can put it on the record.
Okay, I'll ask. I don't think it would hurt. Ask the
Okay.
judge. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
So are we ready to proceed with Mr. McCoy, or you need some more time?
Sent the paperwork over, Judge. Hopefully ASG Falk has gotten it.
Okay,
Okay. And let me forward that to Miss Young, and then we should be prepared to go forward.
okay. So while we do that, Mr. Bartels, is there a deputy there with you?
There are two, Your Honor.
Okay, would you ask them if they're gonna have Ms. Dunford with us this morning from ACDC, or is? Well, I see ACDC still on the line.
Yeah, I sent a text to Ms. Francois. I didn't know if she got it. Is there a phone number? Okay, yeah, Mr. Mingledorf's dialing phone number now.
Okay, thank
And
you.
Your Honor, just to put on the record, position number 19, which is Rico Leak, the DA's office did accept that transfer as the defendant has 2 prior family violence battery convictions. I did send that transfer paperwork to Miss Young, along with the transfer paperwork on Mr. Weathersby, which is the other DA transfer case.
And
Okay.
I have it in the file.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll sign that as soon as I get it.
And I believe we're prepared to go forward on Mr. McGoy's case. I have sent the paperwork over to Miss Young.
And
Okay,
you're working on getting this done for Your Honor.
okay, very good. So Ms. Kim, whenever you're ready for me.
Thanks.
Judge, I'm ready.
All right, very good. And it's my understanding that this is going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
We are non-negotiated just on one term, Your Honor, and the state is going negotiate on everything except for that one term, which we would like to address with Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning again, Mr. McCoy. Let's see, can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months probation, a $500 fine, FFIP, no further contact with Carol Walker, 40 hours of community service, and terminate upon completion of FVIP, the payment of the fine and the 40 hours of community service. I believe that Ms. Kim is requesting 12 hours of anger management instead of FVIP. The state just disagrees with that because the family violence battery statute does require FVIP as a condition.
Okay, Ms. Kim.
That's correct, Judge. I was just asking because my understanding from my client, he was trying to be nice to the named victim, allowing her to stay at his home. She was not paying rent. I guess she pushed him first and then he responded. He accepts full responsibility. I'm just trying to see, because it's a very lengthy program, if you would allow him to do 12 anger management classes. They've had no contact since the beginning of this case. And Judge, we're also going to be requesting first offender status as well.
Okay, statutorily, I think that the FVIP is required, so I'm happy to accept the first offender, but if he pleads to battery family violence, then it will be the FVIP class will be required.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, no objection to first offender, I take it, Ms. Falk?
None, Your Honor. He does not have any criminal history.
Okay.
Judge, may I send an proposed order for your consideration to seal the record, the arrest?
Yes, that's fine with me.
Thank you. And Judge, who would I send it to?
You'll send it to Ms. Young here.
And a proposed order to seal the arrest. I know that we would seal any indication of the conviction once first offender is completed, but we're objecting to sealing the arrest.
Do it normally on felony cases, Judge, and the judges allow it. I think it's statutorily according to the felony judges that I can do this. to seal the arrest so that there is no arrest or conviction.
Right, but the record restriction laws do state that on family violence offenses, they are not entitled to a restricted arrest. And I can pull up that statute that prevents record restriction on family violence.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Ms. Falk, you send me what you have. Ms.
Yep.
Kim, you send me what you want me to consider I'll consider it once I have input from both of you.
And I will say that was not part of the plea negotiation, which was why I'm objecting.
Aside from that, anything further?
No, nothing for the defense, Judge.
Okay. Mr. McGorry, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 004398F, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea. Mr. McCoy, I will require you to do the FBI P instead and not the anger management. So it will be the recommendation of the states that is accepted. If nothing further, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anything further on Mr. McCoy?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor. I will state under 35-337, it does state the record restriction is not appropriate for family violence battery unless the defendant was a youthful offender, but that's if the defendant was convicted. So because they are requesting first offender, I would ask that we hold off on signing any kind of record restriction until we actually know he is going to successfully complete the first offender. I just feel it's a bit premature to give a record restriction when we don't even know if he's going to successfully complete.
Judge, that's fine. No objection.
Okay, so once he successfully completes, if you want to get me the paperwork, I'll be happy to consider it at that time. Good luck to you, Mr. McCoy.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, and you have everything you need from as far as probation?
I don't know if they need to meet with him in a breakout room or his phone number.
No, probation's not here. I just want to make sure that we have that he's received. Ms. Young, do you have the paperwork so that probation can contact him?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, very good. So they'll be in touch. Thank you all. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Falk.
Ms. Kim,
Have a good day.
if you can put his number on a form for me. Hold on one second.
Do you want me to put it in the chat or do you want me to?
You can chat it to me. I just want to make sure. I have a number, but I just want to confirm it's the correct number, okay?
Okay. I'll just chat it to you.
And Your Honor, I believe that completes my business. May I be excused?
Ms. Dunford, are we gonna handle that case?
I lied. It does not complete my business.
Okay.
Excuse me, Judge and Mr. Sean
Yes.
Blackwell is in the building. We're having some assistance finally getting him on. He couldn't get on. Pat, is he, Ms. Lewis? Okay, Ms. Lewis is assisting him right now with getting on. He was on the DV calendar. And he is
Okay.
down here. He just had problems signing in.
All right. Believe that both of the PDs are gone unless Mr. Bartels,
Yes, I'm still here, Your Honor.
are you able to represent Mr. Blackwell, who's going to be on the DV calendar, and speak with him?
I can speak with you, Your Honor. I've never really done the DV calendar. Is that a failure to appear calendar?
Yes, it's failure to appear.
And the purpose is whether to decide
to set aside the bench warrant or not.
Be set aside. Yes, I can.
Right. I'll need to know why he missed the court date, and I'll ask Ms. Falk what court date he missed, and if it's, generally speaking, if it's his first time missing a court date, I'll set it aside, but if there's another issue, then I need to know that as well.
Okay.
Okay, so before, I think that's Mr. Blackwell, is that you right there, Mr. Blackwell?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a moment. Are we still looking for Ms. Dunford?
I'm told that Deputy Francois has gone to get her, Your Honor.
Okay, so while we're still waiting for her, if I can place you into a breakout room, I guess, with Mr. Blackwell there so that you can ascertain why he missed that court date for me. Ms.
Your Honor,
Falk?
let me just put on the record, right, I just wanted to put on the record before they did the breakout, the date he missed. So that was
Okay.
the plea and arraignment on May 28th of 2025 is the court date that he missed, PD Bartels. And then the bond was ordered forfeited, a rule nisi was issued on June 3rd, and then it was reset on, I guess he came in and gave his updated address on June 5th.
Okay, and what judge was that?
This is before Judge Besson.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Mr. Blackwell, I'm going to place you into a breakout room. This is Mr. Bartels, who's with the Public Defender's Office, so that you can discuss your case, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So if we can get them placed into a breakout room, please, Miss Grace.
Brian?
Get Joan.
Hey, PD Bartels.
Hey, Shelley, how's it going? Ms. Hall?
Good. Do you want me to send you, I totally did not make this offer and I apologize. Do you want me to send you a plea recommendation on Blackwell?
Yes,
Okay.
I didn't know people could enter a plea here, but
Yeah, they can, and I apologize. I wasn't even thinking about it until you just came back online. Let's see. I mean, since we're waiting for Miss Dunford anyway.
yeah, I really hope she doesn't have to wait any longer. I mean, if they're not able to bring her, I would just ask her reset to Tuesday. You know, I can handle the case there because I don't want her to have to wait 2 weeks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ms. Francois. Okay, Ms. Dunford, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, and do you still want to go forward with the plea that we talked about?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Dunford. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. Oh, good afternoon. Now, this is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am?
Oh, Judge, she's not able to. She's cuffed to the back.
Oh, okay. Well, do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. My plea recommendation on Miss Dunford's case was 12 months served, 92 days, credit for time served, 46 days. Actually, we're going to need to update that. Balance probated anti-theft course, stay away from the racetrack at 11515 Alpharetta Highway in Roswell, Georgia. That would be on the, let's see, Miss Dunford's criminal trespass case, on the, Miss Dunford's theft by shoplifting case, count position number 4, the FTA, we would null pros upon the acceptance of this plea. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. And if Your Honor will just give me a moment, the updated jail time.
I've got 63 days is what
Thank you. Thank you so much, PD Bartels. So it'd be 126 days credit for time served, 63 days, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bartels?
That's correct, Your Honor. And our understanding is that the requirements of probation are just stay away from this location and also take a theft class. So we would ask that probation terminate when she does the theft class. And we would ask the court to consider waiving the first month's fee so that she'll have time to take that class. And that's all for defense, Your Honor.
State has no objection to the termination.
Okay. Ms. Dunford, it's my understanding that in case 24CR007720B, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct? Ms. Dunford, can you hear me?
Yes, I see.
Okay, my question to you is, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that right? You're gonna have to come closer to the microphone for me.
A misunderstanding. I'm basically just, it was a misunderstanding due to a lot of harassment, from somebody I was trying to get away from. She's basically just trying to ruin.
Okay, so hold on, Ms. Dunford. So you do not wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting? Is that what you're telling me?
Basically, I'm just trying to, I have the money to pay the bond. I already have the money to pay for it. So that's what's going on, basically.
Okay, sounds like you need to speak with her, Mr. Bartels. If you want me to reset this to I know we have a big calendar on Tuesday, but if you need to speak with her, it doesn't sound to me like she wants to plead guilty today.
Well, I would agree, Your Honor. And Ms. Dunford, we were to enter a plea last week, and Ms. Dunford decided not to do that. So I believe that she is uncertain enough about it where we just need to waive arraignment and further notice it for trial.
Okay, so you'll get notice of your next hearing date, Ms. Dunford. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and finally, with Mr. Blackwell, did you need to communicate the offer to him?
Mr. Blackwell, can you hear me?
You need to come off mute, Mr. Blackwell.
Mr. Blackwell, can you turn off your mute?
You're still on mute, Mr. Blackwell.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Blackwell, the state has made an offer to you. If you want to enter a guilty plea, you could do that today and it would resolve your case. If you don't want to enter a guilty plea, we can address the issue of withdrawing the bench warrant, and you would get notice in the mail of your next court date. What would you like to do?
What's the offer?
Well, it's no more additional time in jail, no further violent contact with Ms. Robertson or Master Blackwell. You would have to complete a domestic violence program, which is 24 weeks, I believe. Community service, no firearms. And just to let you know, I'm not familiar with the facts of the case, sir, so I can't advise you on the merits of the case.
Okay. Is there any way I can, I wish to enter a plea of not guilty, and I would like to talk to you further about the case.
Okay, well, yeah, you can certainly enter a not guilty plea and.
Okay, so Mr. Bartels, tell me why he missed court.
Well, Your Honor, it does appear that the notice was sent. The address that's in the system, the street number is 785 Elizabeth Drive. He tells me that it is his correct address, or North Elizabeth Place. That is what the updated address in the system. He has a copy of the notice that he held up to the screen, and the notice apparently was addressed to 7085 Elizabeth Place. So it appears that's why he did not receive it. So we would just ask that the bench warrant be withdrawn.
Okay, so we have the correct address in the system at the present time?
I'm told it is, Your Honor.
So,
Okay. So,
So,
Mr. Blackwell, I will set aside this bench warrant on this one occasion. You have to make sure that if you move or anything of that nature, that you stay in touch with the court to let them know. I understand that they got the wrong address, but now that we have the right address, you'll get notice of your next hearing date, okay?
okay, and that's about what, 30 to 60 days?
I can't tell you when it will be.
Okay.
It's, I believe that you're in, Judge Besson's courtroom, so you need to stay in touch with that courtroom to see when your next hearing date's gonna be, okay?
Okay,
And Mr.
All
Blackwell,
right,
the attorney in that courtroom will talk to you about your case at that time.
okay. At that time or before?
Well, before, they will be getting in touch with you.
Okay, okay.
all right. And Mr. Bartels, what I normally have is, the attorney that, that helps him with the set aside, that they prepare the set aside. So if you can do that for the court and get that to me, please.
And so, I'm sorry, Your Honor, right in order.
Okay, let me just say, Mr. Blackwell, you're free to go. I think we're getting it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You'll get notice of your next hearing date.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Can you go ahead and turn that off, Mr. Blackwell, so that I can continue court here?
We got another court date after that. We got to move to state
Mr.
court.
Blackwell,
Yeah.
So we gave
can we
the
get him
court
muted,
date.
please?
Okay. The court date was, June 27th.
Miss Grace,
Yes,
can you mute Mr. Blackwell's device, please? Thank you. What I was saying, Mr. Bartels, is that normally the attorney that assists prepares the set aside. Can you do that for me and get that to Ms. Young?
Yes, sir, I can work on that as soon as I get back into the office.
All right.
If we could revisit Ms. Dunford's case, Ms. Williams raised the point that apparently she came to this calendar from the trial court. And I guess our concern, Judge, is that if she comes up on a trial calendar, the same thing might happen. She might get sent back again and start over again. So thinking evaluation, yeah, we're thinking that rather than a waiver of arraignment and a further notice, we need to send an order for an evaluation.
Okay.
If the state's going to proceed with this case.
All right, that's fine with me. So if you'll get me the order, I'm happy to get it signed.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
You want a 3-week reset, July 3rd?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, anything further on the morning calendars?
Your Honor, I have one question. I just want to verify, Brian Santino, what was his correct, serve date?
Brian Santano's correct serve time was, hold on, let me just pull that up. He was in custody for 48 days, so it'd be 96 credit for time served 48.
Okay,
I'll get that to you today, Ms. Young.
so it's 49,
Okay.
48. Okay. And did his probation terminate? I know we waived 3 months.
I did not agree to probation termination or to reporting.
Okay, thank you.
My understanding was that it was 12 months.
Okay, thank you. I have, we just waived the probation fee for 3 months. Okay, 96 and 48, that's all.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Right. Anything further?
Judge Morrow, I will send your orders correctly today, all in one.
Okay. Thank you. It makes it a lot quicker for me to get them back to you.
Oh, we have a message from from Mr. Aquart's mother. Yes, from Nashe B is here for Mr. Aquart. PD Bartels, I know that was reset. I believe it was to 6/26.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay,
Yes.
so the person who's here as Nashe B, just to let you know, your son's case was reset to 6/26 at 11 a.m. You could just type something in the message just to let me know you hear me. Or just respond. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'll see you all next time. Are you with me this afternoon, Ms. Falk?
Actually, I'm trying to arrange for a supervisor. I have to go to a JPB meeting this afternoon.
All right, I'll see you next time then.
Thank you.
All right, see you, Mr. Bartels.
That's, thanks.